Welcome back to Behind the Scenes here in the Creepy Crawler's Garage. We're going to take a quick look at what's going on in the garage this week. Then we're going to go behind the scenes and take a look at the manufacturing process for a new product we got coming out. So I want to start by discussing what's going on in the shop this week, guys. And as you've probably already noticed, episode 46, or the last episode of season 1 of the RC shop, has been postponed till this coming Sunday. We got a bunch of bad weather here in Houston, power outages, really cut back on my edit time. Everything got shut down. So it pushed all my recording and all my production time forward basically a day. That's why you're actually seeing this on Thursday instead of Wednesday. Usually I record this on Tuesday. This week I recorded it on Wednesday, edit on Thursday, and here we are. So everything's kind of been pushed today, but don't worry, we're working hard and we're getting back on schedule. This Sunday we will have the last episode of the RC shop, and tomorrow we are going to have a special RC Basics, where we're going to look at rusting out a body of a truck or a bed. Actually, the example is going to use a bed, but we're going to show how to create rust, or the rust effect, or the weathering effect, in an RC Basics episode. So we will be back on track tomorrow for RC Basics, and then the last episode, season 1, the RC shop, on Sunday. But I do want to point out, guys, that last episode I did run a special edition episode because I didn't have the RC shop episode ready. I wanted to make sure and have something for you guys to watch. So what I did is I pulled the last episode from the Patreon exclusive build, put that on YouTube for everybody to watch. So it gives you a little insight of what's going on with the exclusive builds there at Patreon. Just give you a little inside look. Maybe it's something you want to check out more. But anyway around, just give you something to watch. If you didn't check it out, go take a look. I was actually adding the electronics to the build. Basically, it's a Monster Beetle. To me, a Monster Beetle build that is highly weathered. It's supposed to be like a garage find. It was put away in a garage back in '86, and now we pulled out this old Tamiya Monster Beetle, and here it is. But we were putting in the electronics. So if you didn't check it out, go ahead and go check that out. Take a look. Might be something you're interested in. Now, we've got a project we've been working on here in the Creepy Crawler's Garage. And I want to take you guys behind the scenes so you can see the production of how this is being done. So basically, a little backstory. Daniel, who's one of my patrons, reached out and said, hey, my dad is needing some tools for the back of his truck. And I've been wanting to do a full tool line from Creepy Crawler's Garage. So I thought this is a perfect opportunity to not only help out one of my patrons, but also start creating that tool line for the online store and the Creepy Crawler's Garage tool line. So let's go behind the scenes, and I'm going to show you how I created the first tool, which is actually an air compressor. So I start by modeling it in Tinkercad, like you see here. And then we'll take this file and send it over to the fab shop and have it printed. So I sent that file over to the fab shop, and they printed it, and now they've sent it back to me already primed. So the print came out well, but it's still going to need a little work, starting with some spot filler. We'll use the spot filler to fill these voids. Now that we've got all the voids nice and filled, we'll need to sand it smooth. I like to use different shaped files and sanding blocks. Looks kind of rough and ugly now that we have it sanded smooth, but we can fix that with a nice paint job. I start by applying some Creepy Crawler's Orange. We're gonna sand that first coat nice and smooth, and then I'm gonna add a heavy final coat. So it looks pretty good in that Creepy Crawler's orange, but we're gonna need to mask it up and add some black also. So now that looks pretty good painted, but there's still a couple more details we're gonna add. So I really like how it turns out. Let me set it over here next to my RC four-wheel drive welder, see how it looks. Which one do you guys like better? This welder is going to be available at the online store soon. Check back in about a week or so once I have this prototype turned into a production model. And shortly behind that, there's also going to be an air compressor and a floor jack coming. And then I'm going to work on a full line of tools. All this, again, will be available at the online store starting in about a week and a half. Check in, and I'll keep you updated when these become available. So now I want to give a big shout out and thank you to my patrons out there that make all this possible. I couldn't do this kind of work without your guys' help, and this channel wouldn't exist without you guys, so thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who watches here on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I love the comments you leave me down below. Hit that like if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed this kind of behind the scenes look at the making of a welder. If this is more of something you'd like to see, let me know. Hit that like button. If you want to keep up with these things and keep up with the RC shop builds and show, hit that subscribe button. Feel free to like and share these videos all you want. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the RC basics. See you then. Bye-bye.